What is going on, guys? Reviews TRJ, welcome to a brand new video, and today it's time for the 9th episode of Sprint to the Finish, today with the Ferrari car of Felipe Massa, as you guys voted 4 votes to 3 for the Brazilian. He actually finished 8th in the real life race, so we need to get better than that to get a decent result today. But last episode was a shambles, if you saw that. We finished 9th with Kimi Räikkönen, we should have finished a lot higher, and it just didn't happen. So hopefully with our teammate starting on pole, we can get a bit close to our teammate, but I very much doubt we'll beat him today. But anyway, if obviously it is New Year's Eve today this video is going out, but if you are watching this in 2016, Happy New Year to whoever's watching. But anyway, let's get into the last episode of Sprint to the Finish of 2015, and let's see if we can end the year by getting a good result. Well, you don't see that very often. A Ferrari at the front and a Ferrari at the back. It is time for the 9th episode of Sprint to the Finish. Where are we going to finish today? Lights out, away we go. And we've had a decent start from this one, not a great start. We don't tend to get a great start. It looks like Charles Pick's had a really poor getaway in this Grand Prix, it seems. And we've actually lagged behind quite a bit. But we're going to have to just make a simple dive bomb into the first corner. That was not good at all. But I think we made pretty much legal overtakes there, which is quite alright. But as you can see, we're up to 14th. And we're going to try go up the inside of this corner. I know it's pretty much dive bombing, but we're going to have to do this to get higher on the grid. But as you can see, we hit button there. But we're up into 10th in this Grand Prix. And there's a bit of a backlog. As you can see, Button going for a move on Nico Hülkenberg. And we're going to try to... Jesus Christ, that was close. And we've got the 2 McLarens ahead of us. Can we get past them? We should do, in effect, because the McLaren should be a slower car than us on pace. Well, if we don't get past the McLarens, this is just shameful. But we're pushing as much as we can, really, to see if we can get back past the McLarens. Well, we weren't past them at any point, so that doesn't make any sense. But oh well, we are in, as I said already, 9th place in this Grand Prix. We are pushing to the max to try and get our best result in Sprint to the Finish so far. And as you can see, Button and Perez squabbling a little bit. And we're just on the back of Button now. We're going to try and go up the inside of the penultimate corner. And that is 8th place for Felipe Massa. And hopefully, I'd like to think that we could get past Sergio Perez as well. So, coming on to the end of lap 1. It hasn't been a great start. And I'm really gutted that we couldn't get past Perez as well. But to be fair, he's only a second ahead. So it's not a substantial amount to catch up by. But as you can see, coming into the first corner, we do cut that corner. That was a bit embarrassing. But, oh well. We are trying to catch up to Perez. It's a struggle at the moment, I think. But, yeah, I mean, you know, 8th place, it's decent. But I obviously, or the game, just doesn't want you, unless you're in a Red Bull, to catch up. And I'm rusty on this game, to be honest, because obviously... we've gone 2 games ahead and with manual gears. It's a bit harder with manual gears, and I've definitely set myself a challenge. And I look a bit of a moron if I only finish 8th in today's Grand Prix, because that's 2 disappointing races in a row. And I'm sorry that I'm not driving cleanly, but we need to get this 7th place. Well, with mistakes like that, we're not going to get 7th place. And this series is quite interesting because I had higher expectations. I presume you guys did as well. Because, to be honest, it seems that really, whatever car you're in this experiment, if you like, you can only really, well, with my driver ability, it might be different for some of you guys who are better than me on F1 games, but with my driving ability, it seems you can't really, whatever car you're in, but obviously, you know, we haven't been in the Mercedes and the Red Bull yet, so we don't know about that, but with 9 cars, you cannot get past 8th place, and we're talking a Ferrari, a Lotus, and... well, I mean, our teammates in front of the race. And you'd have thought Alonso would have given us some help, but it doesn't look like it. And it looks like I say, unless somebody crashes or something like that, we are just going to stick in 8th once again in this series. And really, this series is probably more of an experiment than anything. And it is quite shocking to see the results of this experiment. Okay, you know, different days, different driving styles, different, you know... you have lots of different variables in this series because obviously it's not recorded one after another, so I might drive better on one day than I drive on another day, but you know, I don't think it's so exaggerated, that variable. that would really change the results of the experiment completely. And I now sound like I'm in a science class explaining an experiment, doing a conclusion to an experiment, but pretty much that's what it is. This is what this is, really. This is a series to see, you know, how far we can get. And that's Perez! That's Perez pulling off to the side, and we're going to get our best results of the year. That is dramatic. In dramatic fashion at the end, as I'm talking like a scientist, Perez pulls off to the side of the road, and we're going to cross the line. Very lucky, to be honest. But we're going to finish in 7th, which is our highest result of the season so far. Well, you know, that is a shock. I noticed Perez was getting slower, but I didn't expect it to pull to the side. Well, you know, it hasn't been a great one. But as you can see on pace, really, we weren't actually that bad because we weren't that far behind anybody else. And Perez, I cannot believe, DNF'd at the end of that Grand Prix. Wow. Wow. That was unexpected, completely unexpected. And that is a big shock. But that's our best result of the season so far. Next time we'll be with Mercedes. Hopefully that car gives us a bit more stability. So which driver do you want me to go with for that one? Do you want me to go with Lewis Hamilton or Nico Rosberg for the penultimate episode of Sprint to the Finish? Make sure to vote in the straw poll down in the comments. Make sure to leave a like if you've enjoyed this episode of Sprint to the Finish. The next one will be in 2016, so Happy New Year. And I'll see you for the next Sprint to the Finish in 2016. Wow, that's my last video in 2015. But I've been Reviews TJ, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.